You know what? Good thing. Oh, hello everyone. How you doing? Big welcome to our Peter Know in the Know. Today is Wednesday, February 15th. I don't know where the time goes, but it goes fast week by week. I have my beautiful co-host every week with me. Her name is Donna Reiners. She is a presidential director here, and she's not only a presidential director, but she is an amazing supporting cast. I learned so much from her for our social media, all this stuff that I don't know. She picks it up for me. So, Donna, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well. I feel like we're on some kind of like TV show or something, Peter. I mean, this is interesting. It's getting more and more interesting all the time.
So I think the reason why it's interesting is because I believe that we have created a culture where everybody can be themselves. This gym that we've created is so raw. There is no posturing here. There is no, using titles. And I'm using all this language so everybody on this call can understand what is so different here, not only in LifeWave, because our technology is so different, our CEO is so different, our product profiling is so different. So as you hear me say these words, everyone, we don't get to say this on our daily podcast, okay? So just think of this as a private gym time with us together. This is the best call here every Wednesday for you to invite your new workout buddies, people that you know that maybe don't have an upline or maybe they don't have enough support. This is where we go really deep into the training, into the weeds, if you want to call it. But what we want you to get out of here is literally to learn behaviors, okay? We're learning skill sets and we're applying daily routines. And I like to call it the BLD. We're building during breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're building each other's skills. We're leveraging each other's resources, and we're constantly duplicating a system. So everybody ready for some good mindset? Ready to go? Okay. Uh, Today's topic, because I'm actually going back to recruiting everyone. I just want to let you know. When Marcy and I first started, we were just so excited, okay? Remember, 3 years ago, we did not have a Now website. We did not have a Biz website. We did not even have a daily patching podcast, everyone. So how did Marcy and Peter reach the top of the company before we even had those tools? Can anybody guess? Donna, can you guess?
Well, it's because the structure of our compensation plan helps us all build one another. And so even though Peter and Marcy are at the top, just being straightforward, the reason they're at the top is because everyone underneath them, with them, built that caused them to go to the top. And so it's all level. We each have the same opportunity to find our own Marcys and our own Peters as we move forward and keep loving people and introducing this patching. It's an amazing opportunity because we all can be whoever we want to be and whoever we need to be on the way to where we're going. And it's all equal. We all have the same opportunity. They're not bigger and they're not better. They were just here first.
You hit it right on the money, Donna, because when Marcy and I started, we did what we're teaching everyone here too. But the only thing we did it times 10, times 20. We just made our phone calls. We reached out, okay? We literally reached out to our networks, our friends, our family. The reason why Marcy and I had a database, so I want everybody to understand your business is your database, okay? And we'll talk about that next week. But because Marcy and I have been in the gym. We have physically been in this industry for 15, 20 years consistently, meaning we've never ever took a couple years off. We never took even 6 months off, okay? Not even 6 weeks. We constantly worked. But when we worked, what does working here mean? And I want everyone to understand this, whether you're been in the industry a long time or whether you're brand new here. I want to manage your expectation today, okay? I want to talk about really your environment, your database. What is really the business here? It's the people. It's your friendship. Does that make sense, everyone? So for example, if I use Jenny Friedman, if she's never been in the industry before, right? And she wants to go hard and she wants to really build fast. What can I tell Jenny? I mean, if she's never been in industry, she cannot go that fast. Why is that? Can you tell me that, Jenny? Why can you not go fast if you've never been in industry?
I don't know how to answer that.
I'll tell you why.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Tell
She
me.
hasn't had, I do.
Yeah,
She
tell me.
hasn't, she hasn't had the relationships that's been developed.
That's it, Jenny. Suzanne hit it on the money. And just to let you know, everyone, I was Suzanne's downline 15 years ago, 14 years ago. We have developed a relationship for that long. So what I'm trying to say, Jenny, is that if you're not in the industry, you've never built muscles. So you're walking into a gym with no muscles, right? You're learning everything brand new. So that means if you didn't have muscles, that means you might not have friends that have muscles. Does that make sense? So I've been in the industry for 15 years. Let's just say that. I've developed muscles through friendships, meaning Suzanne, Juliana, Savi. You guys recognize all those names, Sally. These are all my friends that we've been working together, whether I was in their downline or they were my downline, whatever it was. We just respected the way we do business. And because of the relationship, we just carried over and over and over to every program because we all wanted to see each other win. And guess what? When one person wins, everybody can follow because the door has been opened. Does that resonate with everybody? Does everybody understand that?
Sure.
So, the topic today, okay? I want to make sure everybody understands. I want to talk about your routine, your mindset in the beginning stages. Where do you have to really be to be successful here? And this is not a quick, rich, like overnight success, because anybody that tells you that they physically came into this industry with no experience and they became an SPD overnight, that is false, okay? That has never happened. Does that make sense, everyone? Somehow, some way, someone carried someone over. Now, the beautiful thing about LifeWave is the reason why Marcy and I grew so fast is because the compensation plan, the structure, because David Schmidt kept it so easy, meaning he did not need you to recruit 1,000 people or 10 people, or, you know, you didn't have to have 20 leaders being a certain rank for you to be a certain rank. Does that make sense? He really told you, you only need 6 people active, okay? And I always go with that number. 3 on the left, 3 on the right. And out of those 6, you always need 2 people that are becoming managers or that are like you or better than you, meaning that they want to work the business. Does that make sense? So when I came in, I pushed Marcy up. Who pushed me up? My leaders pushed me up. And it only took one person, below that one person, below that one person, below that one person. So just know, you can get lucky here. meaning that it might not be the person that you enroll. It might not be the person that they enroll, but it could be the third, fourth, or fifth person below you that they enrolled that could be a Marcy and a Peter and a Donna. Does everybody understand that? Okay. But before you get lucky, do you want to build your business on luck or do you want to build your business on skills?
Skills.
I hope everybody said skills, right?
I'm going to say both.
Both. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go with both then. So I'm going to say this. If you want to go both and get lucky, we're going to talk about that today. It's called launching. It's you're massively launching and you're massively calling people out of the blue and just introducing to them. Or you can learn skills, which is what we teach, which is what? Learn how to peak. Learn how to pre-qualify so good. And then learn how to share the tools and build relationships. That could take longer, correct? Because building relationships could take a while. And that's why our system is called the 333. Because I'm going back now to recruiting. You should see my list now. I mean, I made a list of like 40 people just out of the blue. And I'm going through the list myself. And I put out 3 hours a day to call that list now. 3 hours a day. And I do it from 12 to 3 p.m. my time. But today we have this podcast, right? So everyone, you heard my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So my lunch time right now, I'm dedicating 3 hours to call people. What's up, John? What's up, Mark? I send them a text and I'll show you guys what I do. But I'm telling everyone now, going back to this recruiting style, going back to my old networks, my old friends, can you believe people don't call me back?
Absolutely.
Can you believe people ghosting me right now?
It's awesome.
Even there, and then, but the beautiful thing is out of the 10 people I called, 4 or 5 of them actually they called me back and we started a dialogue. Guess what they're saying? Oh my gosh, Peter, I've been following you on Facebook. I wanted to touch base with you, but I didn't know how to do it. So what was my first aha lesson in that one today, Donna, when I hear that?
Everyone is watching you, and just because someone says no doesn't mean they're not a not now in the shadows.
It could be that's that, but what I got out of it is that people are not ever going to reach out to you. You got to call them.
You know,
And
I
then
had something like that myself, and someone watched me for a year with the same thing, and I happened to put a post that day, one little line. I've experienced a lot of change in my life, physically, mentally, emotionally. If you're interested, please let me know. And I had someone contact me and she said, I've been watching you for a year and I've seen so much change in you. What are you doing? But it's because I had a very tiny little call to action without any kind of pressure or trying to sell anything.
Correct. Now, the reason why I'm saying that they're not going to call you, even because of me, because I've been in the industry a while. Maybe they might be intimidated to call Peter. But then when Peter calls them, Peter is still Peter, everyone. I'm still the same Peter. But I have a little bit more experience now today than I did 3 years ago, 6 years ago, 9 years ago. So when the first lesson today is when you reach out to someone, just because you're in the network marketing industry, you still gotta be you. So the first lesson today is be you, because I'm still Peter. And then when they pick up the phone and they're like, oh man, Peter, I've been watching you, but I didn't call you, but man, I've been thinking about you. And then this other doctor I called, oh my gosh, Peter, I can't believe you're calling me. 2 days ago, we talked about you. And then this other person talked. Oh my gosh, Peter, I've been thinking about you. So it's kind of weird, right? Like I physically have not called a lot of people for a year or two because The moment that Marcy and I hit presidential SPD, and the moment the lockdown happened, my whole thing is I was just developing all the people that came into my business that I was responsible for. I did not recruit anymore, just to let people know. But because of my first phase is done, like the Suzannes, the Savis, the Julianas, the Sallys, does everybody make sense? I'm already done developing. Now I'm going back to recruiting, because for me to recruit, I'm learning new things. And I want to learn the new things to teach you what I'm going through, because if I'm going through it, you're going through that. Does that make sense? And today's times, I'm going to tell everyone, do we have to be more compassionate more than ever today? People went through shits. People still have not recovered yet. People are going through a lot of losses, breakups, deaths, job loss. Does that make sense, everyone? If you really physically have a conversation with everyone, and that's why I say, I don't want you to be the networking marketing Mary Cope. I don't want you to be the network marketing Jenny Friedman. I don't want you to be the Alan Gagg network marketer. Get it? I want you to be you. So when you do call your friends, hey, what's going on? How's life? Really, that really makes a difference. What's going on with your health? But for Peter, when I call, I hate to say this, I was the guy that literally always talked about business. So when I reach out to people now, I'm still Peter. So when I text someone like, hey, John, are you still in the network marketing world? That's my opening line. That's my opening line, because that's who they know. Peter is the network marketer. So I'm still network marketing, but my line is, hey, Mark, it's been a long time. Are you still in the network marketing world? Because I'm opening up that door, because if they respond to me, I want to know right away, are they still in the game? And then that gives me the door to open. I text that out to 20 people, 10 people called, text me back. I am Peter, what's up? Long time no hear. Oh my God, good to hear from you. The other 10 didn't respond. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay. Okay. That's called going through the list. Now, the reason why we teach 3-3-3, you got to get to 3 conversations, but to get to 3 conversations, you might have to make 5 or 10 texts. Does that make sense, everyone? You got to physically open up that door, connect. So if I was Mary, and Mary's never been in a network marketing, but Mary belonged to the bowling club or the church club or whatever club, right? Wherever she meets new people. And I have to tell this again. For you to succeed here, you really got to be in front of people. You got to find an outlet where there's constantly new people. If there's constantly no new people, then you got to develop that. So then there's somebody like brand new that came to me and go, Peter, I want to break through. I want to build this. I'm serious, but how do I do it? First thing I always ask them, have you ever been in network marketing? Why do I ask that question? It's like, again, somebody that has 0 muscles or is totally overweight and never been to the gym, and they tell me, Peter, I want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Great. Have you ever been to the gym before? Have you ever gone nutrition testing? What is your schedule like? What is your morning like? And we're going to talk about that. So does everybody know where I'm getting at? Okay. I really want to hone it in. That piquing interest and that first connection is so important. That sets up your pre-qualification, and that sets up how to manage their expectation. So I'm learning this myself, and I'm going to go through this with the group here week by week with us, okay? I'm telling you my challenges. So this first 2 weeks, I made my contacts. I'm really looking at my book. Who am I calling? Who's responding back? What am I sending them? And where's my phone call? Where's my real live call? By the time you get to a real life call, when you get to physically talk to them. That is when you really get to ask, what have you heard about stem cells, right? After you broke the ice, you got to learn how to break the ice. So I'm going to stop right here. Does anybody have any questions on this beginning part right now? Unmute yourself.
Peter, I have something to add, not necessarily a question, but many times, especially if we've been here for a little while, or even in the beginning, we forget about those who we originally came on. Maybe we got started with this 3 on each side. Maybe we had 20 people, and life is busy, and so we don't keep up with them. They are a wealth of knowledge for us because we can get many of our contacts and referrals from them. I built and continue to build most of my business on referrals, but if we don't call them back. Now, I know it's hard to keep up with that, but I went ahead and I have discovered exactly how you go into your back office at whatever level you are, print your Excel spreadsheet, narrow it down to 3 columns that you need, and then this sits on my desk. I have it right here. These are the people. These are the new that are coming in. But then there's a big one of mine that now by using a colored marker, I'm going to go ahead and give a little shot because I think one of the best things that we've gotten is Dr. Standers, fabulous, from the pharmacology. That was an excellent testimony. And so I'm sending this 11-minute video out and I'm going to check these people. And if you are ever interested in me in showing you how you can do it, I can show you in just a few minutes how everybody can pull up their own Excel spreadsheet, narrow it down to the columns they're looking at, and then this is rich. We are ignoring a really productive thing if we don't have this in front of us to be able to go back and look at those that maybe have not ordered.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're showing us that, Suzanne. And that leads me into this topic right here. In this, again, your business is your database. How you treat your database is you cannot burn out your database right away. Does everybody understand what burn out your database mean?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that if you go through them and you're not prepared, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to ask, and you're just asking people because of excitement. That is the old way of network marketing. Always remember that, everyone. Not everyone has a database. The only people that truly have a database is if you've been in an industry, right, Suzanne? If you have not, then you got to build a brand new database. Does that make sense, everyone? So your database is your money, but how you treat your database is what Suzanne is doing. She's literally itemizing them. She knows, and she goes through them one by one. And then from there, even I'm doing this now too. Even I'm calling my friend and I'm like, hey, John, I know you're not in network marketing, but you're an entrepreneur. I'm not calling you for this, but who do you know that's in network marketing? So even before I even talk to them, I am asking them, who do they know already? And I'm telling them, I don't want to recruit you, but who do you know that's in network marketing? Why you ask, Peter? Hey, I'm building my business out. Hey, go, get them out. Get them out.
Hey,
Sorry.
he's talking to his network marketing group.
That's what marketers.
That's funny.
So,
Peter, he wants your attention.
out. Okay, so the reason why we're going through this is because there's a lot of.
You know what, Peter, I have a thought. You handle that. I have a thought. So I'm going to share my thought. So this is the thing. This is another thing I'm going to offer. He's not going to hear it, but I want to offer to those that are new, that don't have a quote unquote network marketing group. I did not have a network marketing group. I am new in network marketing. Okay. So I want to reassure you that just because you don't have a background in quote unquote this industry does not mean that you do not have a network marketing group. What do I mean? I mean the people in your phone that you've known for 20 years. I know people in their 70s that have a stronger network marketing group than Peter and Marcy do. Why? Because they've had relationships with them for 50 years. There are people that you know that you can relate to, because your network marketing just means people you know, people who trust you, people you've worked with. Maybe you've been in the corporate arena for 20 years and you've transitioned into this beautiful thing called network marketing. Those people that you knew for 20 years and all those different places you worked, they who are still in the profession, who have income in a corporate level, might be the very people that you can reach into that are looking for something to transition to. I just want to encourage the new people who've never had this type of thing before, and you might feel like inadequate, or you might feel insecure. You might feel like, well, you don't have anybody to talk to. That's not true. Peter and Marcy might have been in network marketing for the last 20 years, but I bet if you look at your life and you look at the people you know, you also might have a whole city you know, and not even think of them being your database. Okay, is your dog finished, Peter? Go right ahead.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, Donna, because every successful person, I'm just very candid here, okay? You cannot compare yourself to anybody else here. Okay, everybody has their own network, their own environment. The beautiful part about this business and our company is just you leverage each other. So if you build and develop one person, or you bring one person in, they might know somebody else. And that's the beauty about network marketing. But that's why I really protect the database, meaning that I've built such good relationships. You have good standing with people. When you call them, they want to know what you know. They're actually honored, or they appreciate you calling them. Does that make sense? If you've done bad business, then maybe they don't want to pick up your phone. So those are things that we can't teach. That is just on you. If you're a good person, you've done good, network marketing can help enhance that. But if you're in bad business and you don't do good business or bad behaviors, you won't be in this industry long enough, because people will know. So that's how I gauge who to even work with myself, because I like to work with good people, because if the person likes you, they're going to introduce you to their network. If they don't like you, or if they don't have a good network, they cannot introduce you to their network. That means the business stops right there from that person. And that to me is not good. Okay, so
Cindy had a question, Peter. Okay, go ahead. I didn't know if you
Cindy.
saw her. Cool.
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been very patient. So you'll see that I change what I do a lot of Zoom calls for work. I just came off from a nutritionist, and I had Cindy Loves LifeWave. Since I've been on here, I changed it in Burr, Arizona, because it's cold here. So my nutritionist said to me, "What's LifeWave?" And it opened up a whole conversation, and she listened to me because she respects my opinion, and she's kind of in the holistic world. So I planted the seed, and I told her about it, and I asked her what she knew about stem cells, and I did what you said, Peter, and I waited. So another thing that I'd like to do, because my mind is constantly busy, and I have been a realtor for 26 years, so I have a ton of people that I know, and I'm reaching back out to people from high school just because I'm getting older and I want to know what's going on in their life. So I've opened up that arena, and then depending on how they respond, I'm, planting seeds. And the other thing I think I want to do is I go to the gym a lot, and I brag about my age because I'm doing machines that 20-year-olds do. And my energy is like, my resting pulse is 53. That's like incredibly low for 68. So I want to wear a t-shirt saying, "What do you know about stem cells?" Because
Wait,
I'll just walk around and jump up and down.
You're 68?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my stars. Let's just take a moment and breathe in and breathe out. Wow. Bless you. Bless you, my child. Bless you.
And look at my face. I have no makeup on except for this lipstick for you, Donna. But
thank you. I know I'm with you right here.
Right. But awesome. I want you to know I can touch my palms to the ground, which I just practice for 3 minutes. I
It's
never
amazing.
used to stretch like that. So I want you to know this has made a huge impact in my life with, I don't know how many surgeries I've had, no more.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Cindy. And I want to piggyback what Cindy said. She fits this in the nooks and crannies. She goes to the gym. She goes to the store. She goes everywhere. I want each one of you to know the business starts when you open your mouth. The duplication starts when you open your mouth. Whatever you say, that person's watching you. That's number one. So that's why the business starts when you open your mouth. Now, again, we can be wishful thinking that we're going to explode in this business, but if you don't talk to new people, which is your database. So today's really topic is, who is your database? Where are you getting them from? Where are you meeting your people from? What is their environment every day, right? So for example, if I want to work with, to me, I like to work with entrepreneurs. I like to work with people that know people. If you're an introvert, in a sense, it's kind of harder to work with. Why? Because you're an introvert. You don't know more people. And if you don't know more people, yes, I'm helping you, but I want to help you and your people. But if you don't know people, then my business stops right there.
Peter,
Okay.
can I say one more thing, Peter? When I was at the
Yes.
gym, I went up to a guy because I'm friendly. I am not an introvert. You probably all know that. But I went up to a guy and I was talking to him. I said, "Oh, were you in the military?" Because he looked like he had a military kind of bag. And he said, "No." And then I started telling him about me. He goes, "Yeah, I was watching you." He was watching, seeing what I was doing in the gym. I'm not quiet about what I do. When I'm on the elliptical, I'm moving my hands. And when I'm doing my other stuff, I'm wooing and wooing. And I do it because it feels good, not to get the attention. But he noticed me. So there's a reaffirmation of what Peter is saying. If you don't talk to people and you only sit in your house, then it's going to be real difficult. And I'm going to stop talking.
Good. Thank you. So again, no, thank you. So thank you, Cindy. So the next topic, I want to touch on this topic also. If I've been watching this guy, Bedros Koulios. He's a gym owner, and I like to use the gym analogy. So every morning, I've never had a routine, everyone. That's bad. That's really bad. What does a routine mean? What do you do in the morning when you wake up? Do you drink your glass of water? Do you do your meditation? Do you read a book? I've had the worst bad habits for 45 years, especially my networking, because, and this goes right in line with why we don't do this. Because I was always taught that I gotta talk to so many people, everyone. Does that make sense? And when I talk to so many people, I've been busy 24/7, constantly 24/7. I pick up the phone in the morning, whoever calls me. I pick up the phone during breakfast. I do all this stuff before I even take care of myself. Who's guilty of that?
Not anymore.
Heidi, Sean, maybe Jenny.
That ship
Who's
sailed.
guilty of all that? Okay, Kojo. Oh my God, Kojo, you're guilty. Okay. Literally, only a few weeks ago, when I started going to the gym, and I've been going to the gym for 2 months. The last month, I started really paying attention to my morning behaviors, and then now I'm starting to set more boundaries. And what is happening now? Now I get to balance out my day. But I've been teaching the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, meaning I know what to do during breakfast. I know who to leverage during lunch, and I know what we're duplicating during dinner, but I never had a morning routine. So this gym owner, he builds a $200 million annual business. He teaches gym franchises. You know, being a bodybuilder or a workout person, you gotta know everything to the teeth. your macro intake, your calories, your fats, your proteins, your sleeping behaviors. Same thing with this business. And that's why we're teaching you to be successful now. What do we really have to do? You got to know your priorities. You got to know your times that you're putting in the business. You really got to understand that. You got to know when you're meeting new people. You got to fit them in your nooks and crannies. And then just know the psychology of this is in the beginning stages, it's kind of like going to school, right? Like going to college. In the first, second year, freshman, sophomore year, you're really getting used to the college. You're starting out your classes. But then your junior and senior year, that's when you really excel into that topic. Same thing here. So if you're brand new here, you got to learn this lifestyle. Transitioning to network marketing could be a challenge to a lot of people because after their job, they don't know what to do. Because in your job, you're really physically told, or you know exactly what you're doing time for hour because you're getting paid by the hour. In network marketing, you're not getting paid by the hour, everyone. You might be working this much in the beginning to only make this much. And then later, maybe 6 months later, you could be working this much to earn this much. Maybe a year later, you could be working this much to earn this much. But maybe 2 years later, you could be working only this much to earn this much. You got to give it the time. And the only differentiator is your people. Who are they? Are they like you? Are they better than you? Then you're going to grow. But if you keep getting comfortable and just talking to people that are not like you, or that you have to manage or take care of or babysit, then you're going to have a slower learning curve. Does everybody understand that? So do you want to work with people like you? I hope you do, because you got to grow. Okay, you got to get uncomfortable. And today's topic is really, again, that beginning stages. Who do you talk to? How do you talk to them? What do you do, right? I'm talking to you. I'm going back into my recruiting phase. I'm teaching you now today. You got to go through that first phase all the time. You got to make that new list. And this is what it is, okay? So balancing out your morning. What is the routine? Again, now in the morning, I got a routine now. I drink my water, I take my supplements, I put on my patches, I take some time out, I go over what I have to do today. I go to the gym in the morning now from 9 to 11. I get home, I get ready for all these calls. I do my calls from 12 to 3, and then from 3 to 4 or 5, I chill out a little bit and I get ready for the podcast. Does everybody live like me? Yeah, good. And then if you get used to this, right, Debbie, if you get used to this for a day, then you might do it for 2 days. If you do it for 3 days, great. But I can tell you, a real serious bodybuilder, they don't deviate anything. If you throw a piece of chocolate in front of their face, they will not eat it. If you tell them to go spend an hour a night somewhere else, they're not going to do it. Okay, they're that disciplined. I would say we have to be almost this disciplined, but I'm going to give you an option. Do you want to do the spare time, part-time, or full-time? That's up to you. Do you want to do a spare time, part-time, or full-time? That's up to you. Okay. Then you're going to take your time and slowly navigate and slowly transition into these times. And then you're going to create a lifestyle. Does that make sense, everybody? Once you start enrolling people, those are your workout buddies, and it's going to be fun, because when you enroll one person and then you start changing your life together, that person is going to bring another person. That means you're adding energy. When you talk to more people and you have different energies, you're going to have to get uncomfortable.
Can I offer something, Peter?
Yes.
I just want to encourage y'all in the middle of all this, maybe take a moment And if you're taking notes, write down, what do I need to do to manage my own freedom? And just ask yourself about your own freedom. What is in your 12-hour day? And where is it that you're squandering your freedom to make better choices, whether it be your nutrition or your rest, or forgetting your patches because you don't have a routine, or making calls, or whatever your dream is. If you have an intention to transition from XYZ to the culture of network marketing, then maybe write down what in your freedom do you need to change to help yourself transition, and give yourself what will I do this quarter and next quarter and next quarter and next quarter, and put yourself on a system for yourself to get where you want to go. Like a map, write down a map for yourself. And in the first quarter, if you don't make it, we'll just relook at it again, say, okay, what changes do I need to make for the second quarter to be able to implement what I want to do? And these are just thoughts that came while he was talking. I think it's going to help someone, because even she says, I was too busy trying to help others. We can be too busy trying to help others, but if we're being productive instead of busy, then we'll bear fruit in all of it. Anyway, just thought that were coming.
I'm going to add to that. I think we need to understand now the difference between being proactive and reactive. Does everybody understand the difference between proactive and reactive? Who likes to share on that one?
Anybody else want to share? Go ahead, Vicki.
Go ahead,
I
Vicki.
think proactive is when you're thinking ahead about where your plan is or where you're going. Reactive is when we're just responding, right then instead of the plan.
So
Peter?
that's perfect, Vicki, because if you're really setting your goals, and we're going to talk about this now for the next few minutes, if you really understand your day, if you understand your goals that you have personally, then you're always going to be proactive, going with that goal. If you don't know your day, and if you just react to what's going on, that reaction can be duplicated. That means every day you might not know what you're doing because you're constantly reacting to life or things that are happening around your world. And that could just totally mess up your day, totally mess up your week, totally mess up your month. Who's been reactive in their life? Raise your hand. Heidi, really? Maya, really? Kojo, you too? Debbie, you too? I'm gonna find out all these names. Irene, you too? Oh my God.
Where's
Okay.
Of course, Peter.
Peter,
You
can I
have
add
to be.
something? To
Yes.
that, Peter, please. I'm getting on a call with Marcy in a couple minutes, but this is so great. And I wanted to share something that is right along the lines when I was in real estate, how I took my kids to Disney World for the first time, not having to use my credit cards. I mean, I use them for the points and the cash back, but having the cash to do it. And I took this Top Gun training. I was a realtor, and one of the first things I learned in that training was to have a vision board. And so I printed a picture of Disney and I put it right in my notebook where I had my schedule, and I would do so many expired listing calls a week. I added so many for sale by owner stop bys a week, but it was really that vision board that kept me to that diligent schedule. I did my open houses on Sunday. Monday morning, I followed up. I learned really fast. By Thursday, they found another realtor. That was my Monday morning. Tuesday morning, I might take a little time off, but I had a very set schedule. On this day, I contacted the expired listings, and it would remind me to wear my my Hunt Real Estate pin, to give my business cards, to always remind people that I'm a realtor. And in 2 months, I achieved my goal. And not only did I get the money to take them to Disney, it was like I tripled what my goal was. So I just wanted to share that tip.
I'm thank you for sharing that, and I'm happy you're applying that behavior to this business too, Irene, which is really awesome. So I want everybody to write this down real quick, okay? Really quick. You need to be very specifically clear on 5 goals. 5 goals. What is your personal goal? personal goal? What is your spiritual goal? What is your family goal? What is your business goal? And what is your financial goal? So personal, spiritual, family, business, and financial. Now, below that, I want you to write these 4 timelines right now. There's a 10-day goal, a 10-day goal that will kick you in action. So that's a very short-term goal. So for example, I gotta go renew my driver's license in the next 10 days. That's a short-term goal. It's not a goal, it's a must to do, right? But it's a goal for me. And I have to kick myself in the butt to go to the DMV, and I hate waiting 3 hours in line. Does that make sense? But it's a small goal, right? Your next goal is a 90-day goal. When you complete that goal, that is a focus goal, meaning that you're going to be focused. And that will drive your behavior. That's a focus line. So every 90 days, for example, I'm working out now. I'm giving myself 90 days at a time to change my body, right? So the first 90 days, I gotta get my body to wake up again. So once I complete that, then I'm so focused now in working out because it took me 90 days of habits to get there. Does that make sense, everyone? Now, the next one is called the 1-year goal. And the 1-year goal is for clarity. Clarity. When you complete that 1 year, you're clear. So for example, if Heidi's goal in 1 year in her business is to become a senior director or an executive director, for example, when she focuses 1 year on just that goal, that means she's so clear in that direction in her life. That creates clarity. Does that make sense? Simple, right? Now the last goal, and this is and then I'll answer your question, Debbie, is the 5-year goal. 5 years. So you have a 10-day goal, 90-day goal, 1-year goal, and 5-year goal. And guess where I learned this from?
Our class.
Christian Hansen, our class. Yep, Heidi. So again, even someone like me that broke through, that is making money, even I have to be now going back to class, because if I don't learn how to do this, could I potentially fall out of my goals? Yes. Could I potentially lose my money? Meaning I can all of a sudden maybe find this girl next week or something, and she takes me off track, and I start traveling and partying forever, and then all of a sudden I forget all of you, and I don't focus on my business no more. And then I'm out of my 1-year goal now.
Out of everything.
Go,
Right,
Joe.
Kojo?
Go, Joe.
You're out of everything, Peter.
I know, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so it's easy to get out of track from your goals if you don't have it written down. And when Christian Hansen went, and that was the first class. So when I went through this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to go back. I got to literally rewrite all my goals, because number one, my only goal, everyone, really coming in here is I wanted to make sure Marcy and I, our only goal is we didn't even know how fast we're going to hit the top. We just wanted to change the game. And our goal was to just build a pure, clean, open, fun organization, and eliminating the things that didn't work to make sure that the things work. Does that make sense, everyone? That was our only goal. But because we hit that goal, we went straight to the top, and that was not part of our goal. I did not write, I want to become senior presidential director in 5 months. That was not written down. The only thing that was really written down is we got to make sure that this thing works, okay? And that the side effect of that is the business really worked. So yes, you could stumble your way to success, But again, I don't want any of you to stumble your way to success, okay? But I didn't stumble through it. I've been in the industry. It just carried over, okay? It makes sure it carried over. For many of us here, you don't have that experience, so there's nothing carrying over. You're starting brand new. So I want to make sure that you're starting it with a good foundation now by learning this. So I want you to go through this week, really figure it out. Write down what your spiritual, personal, family goals are. Write down how fast you want to get those done. For example, again, if you want to change your diet, do it as a 10-day goal. Once you do that, you're kicking into action. Then if you want to lose 20 pounds, make that your 90-day goal. So you're focused. And then 1 year, if you want to have a 6-pack or muscles, make that your 1-year goal. Does that make sense? Each goal will carry over to the next goal. And then do it in those 5 sections. What's your spiritual goal, your personal goal, your family goal, your business, and your financial? And I want to hear that next week. We'll pick on some people and just share, okay? So my spiritual goal really quick is I want to heal myself. I'm just learning more spirituality. I don't know how long that takes, but I'm putting about an hour or 2 hours a week, watching videos, learning that. My personal goal, I want to get fit. I want a new body. My family goal, I want to spend more time with my mom. I want to travel more. My business goal, I want to develop 5 more SPDs. 5 more on top of my 7 that are in the making already, okay? My total business goal is to have 12 personally enrolled senior presidential director within the next 2 years. 12 personal enrolled. Sean's like, okay? I already have 7 in the making, okay? I need another 5. What is your goal? Do you want 1, 2, 3? It all depends where you are. And my financial goal will be hit this year. It's actually going to hit in the next probably 3 to 4 months. I want to be where Marcy's at. I want to make 6 figures monthly. This year will be my first 7-figure annual year ever in my career, in my life. I've never made more than $1 million in a year. This year will be the year for sure. Okay. So is that a big goal? Yes, it is. Am I already on this goal? I'm already am, because I'm already on that path. But now I am defining that goal through my daily habits, through my morning routine. So does everybody understand where we're going with this? Everything affects something, okay? So it's all about your lifestyle, all about your priorities. And this call really is designed today. I really want to make sure we're clear on this lifestyle. So, Debbie, what is your question?
I really didn't have a question. I was just kind of agreeing with you, but I'm really just taking time now. For everybody that doesn't know, I have been wheelchair bound for many years, probably 25 to 28 years. And so I'm having to really brainstorm and come up with ways that I can get exposure and, just get back in touch with people and just make the most of when I go out. I just had a couple of shirts printed up by our local printing shop. I have Start X39 now on it with stem cell activating patch and my phone number. So when I go out anytime, I'm going to have one of those shirts on, and I'm in the process of getting my car magnets and things that when I'm out, if I don't even talk to anybody, I'm going to be getting exposure. So
I'm glad you're doing that, Debbie, and just know that is really a very cold market exposure, but whatever comes. Whatever attracts to you will attract to you, okay? So that's good. What I even want to do is I want to challenge everyone. If you cannot leave your house, learn how to do Facebook. Now, it's a different way how to do Facebook, meaning you're not pushing information to someone, but go to Facebook and go to the groups. Type in health groups, beauty team groups, networking groups. professional groups, money groups. Join all these groups and start building online relationships.
Good
It
idea.
could, right? It could take you a while, Debbie, but you're still at home. The name of the game is, what if you can make 3 new friends a day on Facebook and learn how to dialogue with them?
Yes.
Why
Awesome.
don't we teach each other every day? Make 3 new friends on Facebook. Post 3 positive things on your Facebook every day. Look at my Facebook, everyone. I have a lot of friends. Okay, you're all connected to me. Do you see me putting LifeWave, X39, or anything on there? No, I don't. You see me what? I put down pictures of motivational hearts. Sometimes I make fun of somebody. I just show people I just show them like what I think, right? But then when I call my leads, right? And they're like, hey, Peter, man, I'm following your Facebook. You're funny, dude. You're cracking, I wanted to call you and just say, you got some good stuff. Then I'm like, oh, wow, you're really watching my Facebook? Oh yeah, man, I've been watching you all the time already. How come you never connected with me? Oh, Peter, I can't call you, and then there's some people that they comment on the picture, and then I can go back to them. So as you're building your Facebook page, use that as your business connector. You're not there to gossip. You're not there to do, spread misinformation, whatever. Use it as a business. I use it as a lead generator. I have 5,000 purged out real friends on Facebook that either in the last 15 years I've been on Facebook, it's either we've connected, you're my high school, junior high friend, we met through networking before, somehow, some way you're connected. You can even go make 3 new friends once you break the ice, okay? What's going on? How's your life? How'd you get to Facebook? How do we connect? Just learn, make mistakes. Everyone, I'm giving you permission. Make mistakes. Don't be attached. If somebody doesn't talk to you, who cares? Move on. Okay? Learn how to have thick skin, okay? You're gonna have to have thick skin in the game, but that's what makes you stronger. That's why people follow you, because you make mistakes so you can teach others not to make those mistakes. And that's what we're really here for, okay? So, man, Donna, I mean, we can go on and on and on, but it's already 1:30 already. What would you like to add, Donna?
Just don't give up. And you're right. You have to have thick skin no matter what. And just don't let this thick skin cause you to have a hard heart. And be willing to stay in the lane that works for you instead of jumping into somebody else's lane that might work for them. Be willing to say no when you need to say no without fear that someone will reject you. And if they reject you, that's on them, not you. And keep opportunities open to you by just continue to move forward. Keep your goals in front of you. And if you don't know how to set a goal, get with someone who can help you make simple goals. Don't make a goal that's 10 years down the road if you don't even know how to make your bed every day. Do some simple things so you have some wins in your life. You need some WINSs. Get some wins so you have confidence. And then if somebody comes to try to knock your sails off, just keep moving away from that boat until you are able to breathe again and just keep moving, because there's a reason why only 5% of people make this, because it is not easy, guys. It's not easy, but no matter what you want to do in your life, it's not going to be easy if it really is going to produce the fruit you really want. Nothing is really as easy as people make it look. You have all those bodybuilders out there that look so good, or you have people that have made it in the music industry. Sure, there's a few people that have went to the top on some fun song, but behind the scenes, you have no idea what they went through to get to that place where that thing went to the top. You just don't know what's inside somebody. So you keep your nose clean and keep moving, and don't let anything change your direction. That's my 2 cents for today.
Oh, man, that was more than 2 cents. That sounded like 5 cents right there. I don't know. So, did everybody learn something today?
I did.
Yes.
Maybe 1, 2, 3 things, okay?
Yes.
This week, let's really get back, write down your goals, get your routine down. This Saturday, Dr. Stacy and I are going really deep into the compensation plan. We're going to break down everything, okay? Generations, points, what is the behavior? We're going to create a video to message to leaders in the industry also. What really sets us apart than everything else? Everybody likes to learn that? Okay. Also, has anybody seen the new format on our testimonials?
Nope.
Okay, we have a website. It is called ourteamcalendar.com. If you or any of your teammates that you know wants to share their testimonial on our podcast, please go to ourteamcalendar.com. It's very self-explanatory. This is our new system now where we can literally gather all the testimonials, and you want to be on the podcast, because once you're on the podcast and you shared your testimonial, you literally have your own infomercial that you can share with everyone yourself. Does that make sense, everyone? So for example, if Amy has a testimonial, she gets on our podcast. Amy, you can take that recording and share that as your pre-qualifier. Hey, here's my testimonial. Can I share this with you? Awesome, Amy. Does that make sense, everyone? So it's going to get so robust. It's going to be so good. And everyone, I don't want to take us too much time. It's been another great Wednesday call. This is going into our 4th month now. So Donna, I don't know where the time goes, but all I know is that we're having fun. We're learning every day. And I hope everybody here is building muscles one day at a time. Okay, so I'll see you tonight. It is, I believe, Amy and Beamy. It's going to be another great call. This call is adjourned. Great to see everybody. Love you. And this recording, Donna will be posting up very soon.